Cobra Kai is back for its 5th season on Netflix, so let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin. Here I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services just like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. Following the shocking results of the All Valley Tournament, Season 5 finds Terry Silver expanding the Cobra Kai empire and trying to make his no mercy style of karate the only game in town. With Kreese behind bars and Johnny Lawrence setting karate aside to focus on repairing the damages he's caused, Daniel LaRusso must call on an old friend for help. I'm addicted to the Cobra Kai series. I absolutely love every single season that has been released. It's such a thrilling show with some fun characters. Took a franchise of movies that I enjoy and turned it into a series that I absolutely love. I was looking forward to Season 5 with the end of Season 4, what happened between Stingray and Kreese and Terry Silver and Miguel and Tori and the results of the tournament. It seems like it would just go up from there. And Season 5 is 10 episodes long, and there is so much within here. The main focus of this season is between Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do. They can no longer train and have their own tournament. Now Daniel LaRusso is trying to figure out what he can do to protect the kids and stop Cobra Kai. It does continue very nicely from that 4th season as Miguel wanted to go look for his father and what Kreese is doing in jail. The relationship between Robbie and Johnny and Miguel, there's so much that they have to unpack within those first few episodes. It has to continue from that 4th season, and certain storylines are continued. And they don't take up the bulk of this season. They're just placed nicely within the first 2-3 episodes. And it's just a continuation of that 4th season. And when we get back to it all and have its own story, there's a lot of gripping scenes within here. And a lot of development for Daniel LaRusso as he's handling that he can no longer participate in the tournament because of the agreement between him and Terry Silver. And he's struggling so much within the season, and a lot of people have to come help him out. And we have Chosen within Season 5, and I loved him in here. He was so cool, he was so cocky, but he was very determined to stop Terry Silver. There's a lot of funny moments between that. But the storyline for Daniel is great. He goes through so many changes within this season, good and bad. When you realize where this character is headed, it's for the safety of his children and everybody who's part of Miyagi-Do. We have so much of Terry Silver in here, and I'm questioning who's worse, Kreese or Silver, because they do a lot in here that makes Silver seem way worse than Kreese. And we get an exploration of Silver when he was younger and his end game, what he wants to do with different Cobra Kai locations. He's really evil, and he will stop at nothing, and he manipulates a lot of people. So there's this mystery behind Silver throughout Season 5 as he has this plan in place, but you just don't know about it quite yet. Early half of Season 5, so you have to follow this mystery as it goes along, and then watching Silver also be just the absolute worst to everybody. You're wondering what's going to happen with this character down the road. Now, there are a lot of characters who have less screen time than ever before. Hawk, Robbie, Miguel, those are characters that I love, but honestly, they had little to do within this season. They were there, they contributed to the season, but certain characters had minimal storylines and they just didn't contribute a lot to the overall story. Miguel had a storyline in the beginning with his father. Robbie and Miguel are still arguing. Hawk seems like just a less of a character in Season 5, but I still like him. But the main focus is between Cobra Kai, Terry Silver, and Miyagi-Do, Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, Chosen. They're all in here, and I like the exploration of their stories. But some characters just feel like they have less to do. Tori and Sam, they're there. They have some cool fight scenes, but for the most part, their storyline is cut significantly to allow other storylines to take over and feel absolutely urgent. the tension between Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do is at its absolute height. There is moments where you're actually fearful for the children's safety, and whereas previously they were just practicing for the tournament, they had arguments here and there, but there's so much more because Terry Silver is involved. The overall plot for this season is way more urgent than previous seasons because of the stakes of what is happening and how Terry Silver is involved and hurting people left and right. There's so much more that they have to do to protect themselves. So yes, they get rid of certain storylines for Robbie and Miguel and Sam and Tori, but they allow other moments to feel even stronger. So there is some sacrifice when it comes to certain storylines, but the overall plot in here is intense. One character that stood out, and I'm curious to where they're going to go with him, is Kenny. He has so much aggression and emotions just built up with him, just the way he stands and looks at everybody. He's so angry, and they explore a little bit of that within season 5, but I want to see more. I want to see where they go with this character. Can he redeem himself? Because there is some good within him, but he has been corrupted by Cobra Kai. And we see a lot of Kenny within this 5th season, and he is brutal. He has practiced a lot. He's determined. He believes in himself, and he is right where he wants to be. And he can only go up from there. But I'm curious to see where they go with this character in the next season. Now, there are some very personal moments for some of the characters, especially Johnny Lawrence, as he is trying to protect his family, Robbie, Daniel, Carmen, and what the future holds for him. He's really tested within here, but you feel that the connection between him and Daniel, and even Chosen, and even Amanda and Carmen, they have this tight-knit group where they all trust each other, and there's moments where they're all involved with Cobra Kai, and they all have to fight against Cobra Kai. So this is one of the biggest seasons in terms of all of the kids that are involved in Cobra Kai, all of the kids that are involved in Miyagi-Do, all of the adults that are involved, all of the past connections to the previous movies. It's one of the biggest seasons, and there is some really epic fights. I was waiting for that one epic moment within this season. All the previous seasons have this one big action scene or multiple big action scenes, and I was waiting for it. I got towards the end of the season, I felt like I just did not get that. There was more tension built up and more drama rather than we're going to attack you head on. They have to be strategic about it. They have to practice. They have to strike at the right moment. And it all built up very nicely to that 10th episode. So this season was epic. There was some really great development for Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence and Robbie and Miguel. Certain relationships that you want to see flourish are handled very nicely in here. Stingray is back, and his issue with Kreese and why Kreese is behind bars is explored, and he's still funny. He is absolutely hilarious. There's some humor in here, especially coming from Chosen and Stingray as well, but for the most part, this is an action-packed season with a lot at stake. And you question who is worse, Kreese or Silver? I still don't know because both are terrible people. I absolutely love Cobra Kai. It's one of my favorite shows on Netflix. From where it started to where it is now, it really hasn't sacrificed its tone and its style. It's still action-packed. It's still funny. There's still a lot of focus on the teenagers and school and relationships. It's where it needs to be within this 5th season, and it can only go up from there. I love this show, and I can't wait for the next season. So before I give you my score for Cobra Kai Season 5 on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button and get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Cobra Kai Season 5 an A. Thank you guys for checking my review for Cobra Kai Season 5 on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up-and-coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.